Hey, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Sorry about that delay. I was looking something up. We are North Georgia's only live online morning show. Josh, show everybody how they can get to the show. Keep up with it. Before leave that up just a minute, let me just give you some highlights. Tomorrow, live from Sycamore Crossing, pending weather. We only go, we go to Friday. We have broadcast this show, Good Morning from the Office. We have broadcast Good Morning from downtown Blue Ridge for 3 years now plus. We always use our inside studio on the road studio of Circuit World in Blue Ridge, and they accommodate us at the last minute throughout the summer, spring and summer, when we may have a weather event, a climate change event that we have to go inside. That would be rain. We have to go inside. So, but we are at Sycamore Crossing in the morning, pending weather. We have a great show lineup tomorrow. You have Ask the Doc. You have the All-Star Political Panel, North Georgia Senior Living with Jesse Barton, and then the Community Relations Director of Cameron Hall. And then we always round out the Pet of the Week from the Humane Society of Blue Ridge. But you know, when you just keep winding that rubber band and you're getting ready to just let go of that catapult. You know, when you just get it wound so tight and you say it's ready, launch, and you get out of the way. Everybody clear the deck, get out of the way, right? We have a guest on the All-Star panel tomorrow that you do not want to miss, because we will be clearing the deck. We will be getting out of the way. We will be saying, okay, take off, and you're going to enjoy it. So we've got a special guest on the All-Star Political Panel that is, I've had enough, and I'm going to say what I want to say. Woo, don't want to miss that one. All right, now, so that's tomorrow. Josh, I don't need to put anything up, but a couple things I want you to do. I want you to go today, and I want you to keep track of this and watch yesterday's show. I did not come in a defense of 8chan. I'm not interested in what people write in their foul language and their nasty stuff. I don't care. But what I did is I watched the taking down of 8chan. Okay? You got to look that up for yourself. Don't have time to go backward. And I watched the hosting company that took it down, because what you got to remember is every single website in the world, someone hosts that website. It does not matter, okay? Someone hosts that site. And when they host the site, there's a streaming service. So you have big companies that have what they call server farms, okay? Big buildings with servers, just one right after another, that host websites. But even the server farms or the hosting company that you have, they still have to have a stream provider to get it out. Whether you're live streaming like we are this morning or just on a website, you're streaming something. So that being said, we watched last weekend 8chan be brought down by Cloudflare. They got a smaller company to take them, and then that smaller company was taken down by what? The streaming service. So my concern this morning is, you've got two articles, and these are from Politico, and we can't go deep because I got 3 more stories I want to do today. White House to meet with internet companies after shooting. So some things the president has said, and as you well know, I support the president of the United States. Red flag laws. Well, red flag laws, I think you need to learn this, okay? And anytime somebody says, I think we should have some red flag laws. Now, I'm going to spend probably more time than I thought now. So red flag laws, let me see if I can find the pick. There you go. Number 60. Before we put that picture up, but red flag laws, extreme risk protection orders. So you get this thing called red flag laws. It's this big, and underneath you got extreme risk protection orders. So what is number 60 going around the internet right now? El Paso suspect's mother called police. So there's a picture of an AR-15 or whatever. Expressed concerns about her son's weapon weeks before the shooting. Now, what if mom would have called and we already had the extreme? See, we got to learn that. And here I am messing it up, Josh. Extreme risk protection orders, red flag laws. What if she would have called to report that? You see, expressed concerns, allowed to purchase a weapon. The woman's 21-year-old son is scrolling across the bottom. What if the extreme protection order department had been created at that time? Because we might do that. And when she called and said, I have a 21-year-old son. Now, he bought a fifth of liquor because he can legally buy a fifth of liquor. And he bought a case of beer because he could legally buy a case of beer. And he has voted in several elections because he legally can vote. And he just came home from Iraq, Iran, Korea, wherever the hell, because at 18 he was able to legally serve his country and defend you and I. And he happens to have a driver's license at 21 years old. Now, these are all the things he legally can do. All right. So what do you have? You have the media, you have CNN, MSNBC. They're all blowing up. New information has surfaced. No, folks, new information has not surfaced. What if this was new information on you? What if somebody picked up the phone today, they don't like you, and they say, maybe your mom or dad, your brother says, I don't know. My brother has an AR-15. See, they're looking into the fact that when police got this call, again, with police failure, why do we always have to go there? Why, if police would not have said to mom, he legally can own that gun. Why you would not have 22 people dead at a Walmart and double digits wounded. If only the police would have said, are you sure it's an AR-15? Because if it is, we will come get it right this minute. Right? Think about it. El Paso suspect's mother called police, expressed concern about her son's weapon weeks before the shooting. Now, put that with red flag laws. Put that with extreme risk protection orders. Put that with White House to meet with internet companies after shooting. The White House has invited internet and technology companies to a roundtable discussion on violent online extremism on Friday, as the Trump administration comes under growing pressure to deter mass shootings tied to internet-fueled racism. The meeting will include senior administration officials along with representatives of a range of companies, according to the White House spokesman, who did not name who will take part. The discussion came after President Trump directed the Justice Department to work with online platforms to state and local governments to develop tools. Where's my heartburn? That can detect mass shooters before they strike. I have a tool for you. If you've got a 7-year-old kid that's looking up at the bathroom and can't figure out which one, where the hell to go, I start detecting right there. Maybe go backwards and figure out what the hell happened to this country. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to let this country slide as fast as it can towards hell. I'm not preaching, but we are. We're not going to look at any causes. We're just going to look at what will deter. What can we detect that will deter this? Mass shooters before they strike. Maybe mom calling and saying, hey, I got a kid 21. He bought an AR-15. Kind of scares me in the house. Yes, he could drink. He could this. He could that. He could do everything legally. Ma'am, he bought the gun legally. He did. Yes, can't do nothing about it. What if? I'm just telling you, you got to go home thinking this out today. So let's go with this. And we're going to end this. White House drafted executive order to tackle Silicon Valley's alleged anti-conservative bias. A lot going on. Do your homework. Mom called. Oh, well, my God, if we'd have just went and confiscated the legal weapon this young man had. So let's end with that. Let's go here really quick. Okay, we're going to go here. Let's see what we have next. I think what we'll do is let's go to, I know we only got a couple minutes, so let me get these. Where did I find them? Where did I find them this morning? I had them. I pulled them up. Josh, let's go to number 58. All right, in Mississippi, here is a lady with there's police, there's ICE, F-ICE, right? There's F-ing ICE there. Here is the police, and they are the chicken police there in Mississippi. So we will get this underway. So let's do this really quick. Let them go. Tears, shock over ICE Mississippi food processing plants. U.S. immigration officials raided numerous Mississippi food processing plants Wednesday, arresting 680 mostly Latino workers. Marked the largest workplace sting in at least a decade. All right, now, the raids planned months ago happened just hours before President Trump was scheduled to visit El Paso. What does that have to do with the price of tea in China, which is going up tariffs? I should have never brought up the price of tea in China. So anyhow, they took pictures, and I'm going to see if I can find them. This is a lady being arrested, and the chicken police. Here is number 57. Number 57. Here's the chicken police in front of a load of chickens. Don't know when these chickens will be defeathered. Don't know when they're going through the processor. They're short a couple people. What the heck is that? Sorry about that, folks.
Now, get up to $1,500 in total savings on the 2019
Where did that come from? Sorry. All right, so that is the chicken police right there, okay, in front of a load of chickens. And here it is. Let's go with this. This is number 56. Koch Foods. Wonder if that's the Koch brothers. Well, wonder. There's something to look into throughout the day. If the Koch brothers have Koch Foods, they're now hiring. Apply within. There's 600 and some jobs available there. I mean, there should not be a white person unemployed in Mississippi. I mean, just get off your damn, meth, your crack. Get off of your, your pills. Get off of your methadone, whatever all the pills you take, all right? Get off your Oxycontin. Clean yourself up, detox, and put your ass to work. Right there, jobs are available. But here's what happened, okay? The media this morning, if you look around, they have the crying people. They are outside crying, and they particularly have one little girl that's crying, "Don't take my mother. Don't take my mommy." You know who else is crying? Baptist preachers. They're like, chicken? Are you telling me the price of chicken's going to triple and there's going to be a shortage? Oh, what will that do? I sure hope casseroles are not next. Anyhow, Baptist preachers, chicken, casseroles. All right, anyhow. Please don't take my mommy. She was just in there trying to make a living to support us, processing chickens. Let me say this. We'll move on from the chicken police and 600 available jobs in Mississippi due to illegals. Let's gloss over the illegals that were in there. And I'm going to get a little deeper on that because I'll tell you what, the 600 that are arrested here at Coke Foods, they're probably sitting on illegal Social Security cards, which means they were paying in Social Security. You didn't figure that out, did you? You know, the National Chamber of Commerce, the federal government, they like these employees. You know why they like these employees? Because these employees come into the country illegally. They get illegal. They don't get work visas or work permits. See, if we change the asylum laws, we need workers in these plants. So you come and you seek asylum and you say, hey, I can pluck a mean chicken. I will pluck chicken for you. You'll give me in the country, I pluck chicken. There you go, right? And then we give them a work permit, and the next thing you know, they're plucking the chicken. The Baptist preachers are happy. Everybody's bringing a casserole, and there's a Sunday afternoon cookout, right? It's the process. But I will bet you out of the 680 that were arrested illegally in this country, 90%, right, have the fake, phony Social Security cards. So that means that the Coke industry right here that's on here will probably, they're all paying in the Social Security. They just want the cash they get on Friday. So they pay in the Social Security, and you know what they don't do? They don't file a tax return. You know what they don't do? They don't sit over there at one of the tax refund places to get $4,000 back because they know they can't because the Social Security card's illegal. And guess what? The government keeps the money. Yeah, you think they might? Yeah, the government is getting hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars in taxes from these companies that work illegals that do not do tax returns and get the refund. So we'll go past that. We'll get there to chicken police. But let me say this for all the ones that are worried about the little girl at the fence saying, please don't take my mommy. If mommy was arrested in the chicken police raid, then, and if you are born here, the child, then mommy and daddy don't get deported because you are a U.S. citizen. So relax, okay? Just think if we fixed our immigration laws, our asylum laws. Just think if we did. All right, Josh, let's do this really quick. Let me see what I got here because we got to wrap this show up. I got to make sure I'm finished up here. Let's see. I've got so you got Jeffrey Epstein. Let's go with this. And I just want to show you, I mean, they are despicable, this media. Jeffrey Epstein may have Victoria's Secret. Where is the pics I had here? I got them here. Let's see. Give me number. Oh, Victoria's Secret's going to come into play. So number 63. For all you freaks out there, you weirdos, okay, guys, that is a guy wearing Victoria's Secret underwear. How many years till I come on and I say a guy wearing Victoria's Secret underwear? There you go. Oh, serenity now. Serenity now. Let me go here. Leave that picture up for just a second. Here is, let's go to it won't be long here, Josh. I'm flying through. This computer will fly through for me. So here is, thought I had it. Stay with me, America. Almost there. I don't have it, Josh. I thought I have it. I thought I had a picture of Epstein. Yeah, 62. Oh my God, what am I doing? There's number 62. It's right next to it. Look, there is Epstein, right? So the story this morning is what we know of. The story this morning comes from CNBC. You're hearing Jeffrey Epstein, and you're hearing Jeffrey Epstein misappropriated vast sums of money from me, Les Wexner says. Okay. Jeffrey Epstein misappropriated. Now he is with, all right, wait a minute. Misappropriated $46 million from L Brands founder and chairman Les Wexner and his family. Wexner told members of his charitable foundation in a letter. I am embarrassed that, like so many others, I was deceived by Mr. Epstein, he wrote Wexner about a former friend of President Donald Trump and Bill Clinton. Why is that sentence in there? Donald Trump never went to Lolita Island, the pedophile island. Donald Trump never got on Epstein's freak plane and went south to the island 26 times like Bill Clinton. That's the sentence. Wrote Wexner about the former friend of President Donald Trump and Bill Clinton. Wexner's company owned Victoria's Secret and Bath and Body Works. I just had to do that story I read these articles. I go read articles, and I said, wrote Wexler about friend of. Who the hell puts these articles together? Let me check. Oh, the Dow is up 112. I usually don't do stock reports, but the media won't tell you if there's any bounce back. So let's go with this, Josh. Let me get pictures here. All right, so let's go with number 5, Brett Kavanaugh. Okay. There's Brett Kavanaugh. He's Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh. And let's go with, after that, number 5, let's go with, I could have sworn I had another picture here with the bullfrog. We'll go through really quickly here. Brett Kavanaugh, the picture. And flying through pictures, folks, just bear with me. I'll find it. Maybe like the last one. I hope I find it a little faster. So we have Brett Kavanaugh. They're asking for documents. So I just wanted to bring this up for you to look at today. This is one of those. What the heck? We'll just go to the article. Judiciary Democrats go after Kavanaugh's White House records. So the bullfrog, Jerry Nadler, is going after 2 Democrats on the House Judiciary Committee are going after Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh's records from when he served in the White House more than a decade ago, arguing that only a small fraction was released prior to the vote on his nomination last year. Judiciary Chairman Jerry Nadler of New York and Hank Johnson of Georgia. Remember Hank, the island's Guam would tip over if we put too many troops on one side, who chairs the court's intellectual. Josh, put the show card up. I've got to monitor this phone for an appointment. Okay, Josh, sorry about that. I'm having to monitor a phone for an appointment that may be coming up here that I have to get a family member to. So anyhow, as I was saying, they want the records. Okay, so that is that one. Now, Don McGahn. Let's go with this because we've got 6 minutes left, Josh. Let's go with flying through some pictures here. Don McGahn, White House counsel. They're also going after him, suing McGahn. Let me give you some pictures. I will show up because I want you to see the bylines. Number 23, House Dems sue ex-White House lawyer to testify. And number 25, Josh, is the statement on behalf of Don McGahn. When faced with demands from co-equal branches of government, Don will follow his former client's instructions, absent a contrary decision from a federal judiciary. If the judge says he has to go, we'll handle it at that time. Right now, we're going to go with his former employer, which is the President of the United States. Let's go with number 26. 26 has MSNBC, had to go with it this morning. McGahn is the Judiciary Committee's most important fact witness in its consideration of whether to recommend articles of impeachment and its related investigation misconduct by the president. You got to understand, El Paso and Ohio are going to run out. That's going to run out. I mean, you've got Elijah Cummings down there in Baltimore. They really pushed that off the pages, right? Peter Strzok is suing. But on these two things right here, follow that, and let's go with one of my favorite pictures. Let's go with number 4. And number 4 is Congressman Doug Collins, okay? And Congressman Doug Collins will be on this show next Wednesday at 8 a.m., all right? And I'm going to say this. I'm going to drill down and ask him some of the most difficult questions I have asked since I've been interviewing him. They're going to be fair. They're going to be solid, but we got to drill down and ask some solid questions to the congressman, and he will be. Look at the bullfrog there. Bullfrog Collins. Congressman is the Republican ranking. He is the Republican ranking committee member for the House Judiciary Committee. We'll leave it at that. So he will be next week. Let's see what else we always got to put this up. I think we should just save this. This is my number 7 I hate white people pick. Okay. I think this one we got to archive this one. We always got to be ready for number 7. This is my I hate white people. I hate white people. He's looking right at you. I cannot stand you. I cannot stand white people. That's Al. We have to put that one up. Okay. Let's see. So let me get to my what's wrong with America today, because we're looking at the gun violence. That's the media's way of putting it. And then we're looking at the NRA. So we're going to say the NRA, number 44. Let's go with that, Josh. NRA warns Trump about support for background checks. Okay. So they are trying to find their solution. And then let's go to number 47. And then you have Biden coming out yesterday. Biden rebukes Trump in scathing speech. Is this all they have? Did you watch Biden yesterday? I mean, is this all the energy he can push up? Because if this is all the energy he's got, he is toast. White milk toast. Okay. So when we're trying to figure out what's wrong with America, as you send number 10, your kids off to school, number 10, maybe it's time for a little of this, right? So let's go with number 1. Put up number 1. What's wrong in America? Maybe number 1. Look at that. Yes, we need to do something about mass shootings, but this is Walsh. But that something starts at home, not Washington, D.C., right? That starts at home, not Washington, D.C. Matt Walsh wrote yesterday, the least shocking, hold on, everything's popping up on this article. I got to get back down to it. Hold on. The least shocking revelation about the El Paso mass shooting is that the culprit's parents divorced 8 years ago. Look at the mass shooters. Look at how many of the mass shooters that they are labeling white nationalists, white supremacists, whatever the case may be. And do your own research of how many are missing fathers in the house. How many were missing dad in the house? Culprit's parents divorced 8 years ago. He was 21 8 years ago. He is yet another mass shooter among the many who did not live full-time with his dad. A trend that appears to be especially strong among school shooters. Okay? If you expand the mass shooter category to include drug and gang-related violence in the inner city, and fatherless connection becomes even clearer. Now, I'll leave that at that because it's 10 o'clock. See the picture on the screen? This is just dad staying in the house. Take the kid to the ballpark. Play ball with the kid. You're not going to the ballpark to turn him into, a Major League Baseball player. You're not taking them to the ballpark, so they can get a major contract. Just be dad. Just be dad. Go to the ballpark. Throw the ball back and forth. And then sit on the grass or sit on the bench and say, hey, son. Right? I'm your host, BKP. Tomorrow morning, Sycamore Crossing, live from Blue Ridge. And they have a great lineup tomorrow you do not want to miss. Josh, I am out of here. You guys have a great day. I appreciate you this week. Watch yesterday's show to tie a lot together, and we got a lot of homework. Josh, take us out.